Hi my friends, rotate my device. Let's try like this. Hi everyone, hope your Sunday is going well so far. Happy Sunday, blessings and greetings from Playa del Carmen. I am walking by a building called Sea Tower by Menese Condos. A couple of my lovely clients bought units here, and look, it's the construction is well underway. I'm very happy. We are at the corner of Calle 48 and Primera Avenida in Playa del Carmen, and this right here is protected jungle space, so this building is gonna have a tremendous ocean view from the top. Very exciting. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. My love, say hi.
Hi.
This is not what I wanted to talk to you about today. Anyway, I just wanted to check in and first of all tell you that I'm feeling better since my last posting. Ha ha ha. I mean, from my last personal vlog, I'm not as hurt anymore over how my Nepal trip went. In fact, most of my trip was amazing, except you know, yes, Ahmedabad didn't go exactly as I was hoping. I learned a lot in the process, and I trust my next Nepal trip will be mucho mejor, much better. Okay, with that said, anyway, I want to talk to you about something else that's super exciting. When I'm not working or doing my stair climbing workouts, or hanging out with Anthony, which I should do more of, really. What I spend my time with is listening to amazing audios from people that are awake, in my opinion, and knowing what's up. And I recently came across content from this amazing lady by the name of Debbie Solaris, DEBBIE Solaris.com. I'm mixing Spanish, my language, my goodness. Anyway, I found out about Debbie through a Gaia.com interview. My love, stay close to mommy, please. I'm sure most of you would have heard about Gaia. I was a Gaia subscriber in the past, but I never got around to watching the videos. So this is a video that, hey Rachel, greetings everyone. This is a video that I watched on YouTube where she was being interviewed by George Noory, I think his name is, the host of Coast to Coast AM. I'm sure many of you know who he is. Another amazing human being that for the longest time has been bringing, you know, uncovering truth and removing the veils for humanity. So this lady, my friends, again, fascinating interview. I'll link to her interview. She calls herself, or rather she's been called by others, a Galactic Akashic Records healer. Thank you, Rachel. So once again, a Galactic Akashic Records reader. So she is actually an ET contactee. A number of years ago, actually back in 2012, her story is that she realized humanity was facing many challenges, and she said a very sincere prayer one night out there to our universal friends, to the greater God, whatever you want to call it. She said, you know, we need help on earth. We need help on earth. Next thing you know, she found herself on board what she was informed to be an Arcturian spaceship. The Arcturians being this extraterrestrial race that has been in touch with humanity for...
But I have no idea what it is.
That's okay, my love. You'll find out soon. Okay. Yeah, an ET race that has been in touch with humanity, among many other ET races that have been in touch with humanity over the, you know, millennia. Anyway, my love, let me finish my story, please. So, after that encounter, which she remembers extremely well, it was like a vivid dream, except it did seem to happen at night, but when she woke up, she had vivid recollections of this encounter, and they've stayed with her this entire time. After this experience, she noticed that she started developing, you know, what some would call psychic abilities. And she discovered essentially that she became very psychic. She could just look at someone and immediately like have an understanding of just great universal truths, you know. including such things as what star system that person might have originated from, the soul of that person. So again, what she has started doing, she realized she had the ability to look into what are known as the Akashic records. And this is a buzzword I had heard before, and I know I have at least one lady friend who does Akashic readings, but up until now I never really had any real understanding of what this was. So again, she describes the Akashic records as being the book of life, and essentially it is kind of like a universal database, you could say, up in the sky or whatever it may be stored on an energetic vibrational level, that stores essentially individual souls and galactic history. And essentially what this lady has the ability to do is talk to any person, and with their permission and with the permission of the ascended masters, higher level beings, she is able to access the galactic records, the Akashic records of that person, and tell that person what their galactic heritage is. And she's not the only person to speak about this. There are many people that speak about the Akashic records, and many people that speak about all the ET races and humanity's actual origins and our galactic history, which is information that I think it's about freaking time that we become aware of as humans on this earth, And my love, what are you doing, Anthony? So anyway, I've been. She has a YouTube channel. You can check her out, Debbie Solaris. Debbie, like I said, Debbie Solaris, Solirs, Solaris. And in which, among other things, she publishes some of her readings with a variety of her clients. I am very eager to become a client of hers. Apparently, last I checked, she had a 2-year waiting list. She needs to raise her rates. That's what needs to happen. But anyway, incredible lady. And I've learned so much just listening to some of her readings. And one of the things she talks about, which is one of the things that another famous psychic, I forget her name right now, my gosh, I got a little sidetracked here. Anyway, there was another famous psychic, if I remember, I'll put her name in the comments, who talked about the 3 waves of volunteers. So apparently, what happened, my friends, after the Second World War, when after Hiroshima, when humanity, I know, sad to even mention such things, but humanity almost blew themselves up, and we were at risk of literally destroying the planet, destroying all of humanity. At that point in time, a decision was made by the Galactic Council, apparently, and there is such a thing, believe it or not. And again, you don't have to believe what I'm saying. If this information resonates with you, fantastic. If it doesn't, move on,
This has nothing.
Okay, Anthony, I'm not talking to you right now. So, a decision was made for higher vibrational beings to be sent to Earth to basically help put Earth on the right track again. And apparently, there was a previous, you guys who have watched Ancient Aliens and other shows like that, you might have heard that there were other civilizations on Earth previously. At least this is the information this woman is sharing, and it's not the only person that has shared about this. You might have heard of Atlantis and Lemuria. So apparently in the past, during the time of Lemuria, both those were Earth civilizations, again, Earth humans that have destroyed themselves, or were destroyed by the same, I don't have the full story, but bottom line, Lemuria was the 5th dimensional human race, and if I'm not mistaken, my love, please don't interrupt me, they were, Lemuria was destroyed by the same, what are called Draco-reptilian beings, who have been known to wreak a lot of havoc in this universe, and they have been running the show on Earth for a long time. But their era, as many of you know, is ending, and essentially there is a strong effort right now, not just by us humans on Earth, but I'll tell you in a second. I got a little sidetracked again. So Dolores Cannon was the name of the other psychic lady. So she talked about the 3 waves of volunteers. So the decision was made to send advanced souls to Earth So starting in about the year, and essentially what are called star seeds. Okay, you can wait there, my love. I'll be back. I'm just joking. I'll have to, my love, keep walking. How can you be tired? We barely walked for 10 minutes. Please, let's keep going. Ooh, sounds like they're doing some drums. Okay, so again, around 1945 or so, the first wave of volunteers starting arriving, and I know 100% that I am part of the second wave of volunteers. So the second wave of volunteers started coming in the 70s and 80s. Essentially, again, I'm sure many of you, my friends, are also what's called a starseed. So again, these are beings that have their origins in other star systems, but have chosen to incarnate on Earth with specific missions. And that is, you know, the main mission. Like, all of us have different variations, but if we're here at this point in Earth's history, it's primarily for the purpose of helping Earth ascend into fifth dimension. Some people ask, so what happened to fourth dimension? And you know, the fourth dimension, apparently, again, according to my understanding, is the astral realm, and not everything that floats in the fourth dimension is of the light. Anyway, we are aiming for fifth dimensional consciousness, whatever that means. It's definitely a higher vibrational frequency.
What is the ninth?
I have no idea what you're talking about, my love, but please don't interrupt me. The ninth dimension, there are beings in the ninth dimension too, my love, but we've got some ways to go before we get there. Anyway, fascinating information. So among the things she talks about, like, she talks about the different star systems within our galaxy, and how in the past these same beings, these Draco-reptilian beings, destroyed another star system, which was the Lyra and Vega.
But how?
They just through warmongering, my love. They were this warrior race. I never really understood why they chose to do that, but they were on a quest to form an empire and pretty much destroy anything in their path. And another thing this lady talks about, again, including, like, you know, relating to Earth's history, is that these beings, some of them are known as the Anunnakis. I'm sure some of you have heard about this, are familiar with this. And again, if this information is just too cuckoo and you think this is all demonic stuff, please move on. Don't listen to what I'm saying, okay? Because I've had comments in the past like, oh, all ETs are demons and this is all demonic. Okay, stick to your views, okay? I don't share those views, okay? Are there ETs that are of a lower vibration and have darker agendas? Absolutely there are. But even within these so-called Draco-reptilian race, apparently some are of the light. Not all of them are warmongers. Yes, my angel.
Excellent.
Anyway, so fascinating. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, apparently these Anunnakis, when they came to Earth, they found the human civilization that was at the time inhabiting Earth was very primitive according to their standards, and a certain faction of these Anunnakis decided that you know, they were going to enslave these humans. They were going to essentially downgrade their DNA and make them slaves and literally have them mine gold for them. Apparently this is what happened. Do I have any proof? No. You're welcome to look into these things yourselves. Again, if you listen to some of this Lady Debbie's readings, I think you will be amazed at the level of detail that she's able to provide. Consistent details. It's absolutely fascinating. It's like some of the most fascinating information I've come into. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. I think a lot of us are on the quest to know what's really going on. And I think it's, again, about freaking time that we, Earth humans, and I say Earth humans because there are humanoid beings in other star systems, which she talks about. And again, I invite you to check out her channel. Yeah, it's about time we affirm our place in the universe. It's about time we take our place and you know, and as sovereign beings ready to interact with our galactic brothers and sisters. How amazing. Anyway, I'm so excited because I'm curious to find out my own star origins, my own soul's history beyond planet Earth. I have some ideas based on some of the things she shared. And apparently, I mean, you don't really, I think that all of us, if we go in deep enough meditation, or perhaps even through hypnosis, we have the ability to connect with that information, because she even says that these records are available to all of us. It's just a matter of us raising our vibration enough and connecting. And that being said, of course, just like with Madre Ayahuasca, there are shortcuts out there, and sometimes, I'd be lazy. So I would be grateful for someone like her to do a reading on me, and really, and essentially what she does for people in her readings is she will help you if you identify as a starseed, as I do, or even if you don't. I mean, occasionally she's gotten beings whose first physical incarnation was on Earth, so Earth souls. But she will tell you why you came to Earth in this lifetime, what your mission is, and she'll tell you what your gifts are based on what she sees from gifts that you may have practiced in previous lifetimes, including in other star systems. So in some of her, for example, she could pick up if somebody had a history of being a scientist in a past life on Sirius, and she'll go into great detail about what this person's previous occupations were in different lifetimes. And again, there are people that apparently will access this Akashic records and tell you about your past lives, primarily here on Earth, which could also offer some insight into your kind of the theme of your journey. But I feel like to have somebody tell you what you're up to in previous lifetimes and incarnations in other star systems all throughout your soul's journey, and where your soul originated, including, like, she's had readings with souls that literally came from other galaxies and ended up in our galaxy. Some of them were inadvertently ended up here because a certain stargate, they could come in but they couldn't go out. Fascinating. It's about time that we are privy to this information. I feel like humanity, we've been in the dark for far too long, mis amigos, and that time is over. It's time we learn the truth. And by the way, before the whole COVID scamdemic started, what a big distraction, what a big freaking, we all know what these beings were up to. Well, you, my friends, know. But prior to this, there was increasing awareness about this type of information, the so-called cosmic disclosure. A lot of this stuff was coming out, like I was one of those people following those channels attentively, sure, taking everything with a grain of salt, but I feel like I for one had so much thirst for this information, and after they pulled this whole distraction, and most of us, a lot of us, people like me, found ourselves almost like in defensive mode. We had to, hey, what the stop this shit. Stop this shit right now. We had to hacerle un paro, like we definitely had to stop what was going on. And they forced us. It was an attack. It was a full out attack on humanity. And it hasn't stopped, but what are they doing now? I think they're just plotting their next bullshit scare tactic. But they're I think they underestimated just how amazing humans are, and just the power of all the volunteers that have been coming to Earth, all the higher vibrational beings that have been really grounding, holding space for the higher vibrational energy. And humanity is awakening en masse. I've shared with you before about some of my ayahuasca visions. There's no stopping the ascension process. They will try all they can, but they are on their last legs, okay, these beings. I don't know what's going to happen in this case. According to this lady, even the way they ended up in our galaxy is they got kicked out of their universe. I mean, when will they learn? But in my opinion, again, and I'm sorry for all the people who have been injured by you-know-what, and even worse, who have lost their physical lives, I'm sorry. I think overall, the shamelessness of these beings and like this full-out attack has had the effect of helping a lot of beings, a lot of humans to wake up to the truth of what we're living. And so they literally serve their role in the end in helping with the ascension process, because the ridiculousness of them and of these measures that they've been trying to implement, it really gave pause even to some of the most asleep people out there. And I know you're going to tell me so many people are still asleep. Like my friend Vladislav Sobolev says, once they come to the light side, they do not go back. Once your eyes are open, there's no going back to the darkness, mis amigos, you know. And we are living through some very beautiful times. I am hopeful that in our lifetime we're going to have, like I said before, open contact with other races, space travel. It's about freaking time, you know, like, come on. I've been waiting for it a long time. So I hope you're with me. How exciting to come into awareness of our, you know, galactic history, and to start claiming our space, our place in the universe and in this galaxy. Amazing. I'm looking forward to living a peaceful version of Star Wars in real life, interacting with hi beautiful, hi everyone. Yeah, I am looking forward to living in a world where, you know, us Earth humans are interacting freely and openly and peacefully with other galactic races, having beautiful, peaceful interactions. How amazing will that be? How amazing. I am so looking forward to that. I can't wait. And yeah, I am a stand that that's going to happen in my lifetime, in our lifetime. Let's have fun with it. In the meantime, again, don't pay attention to what the dark side might be doing. Their rule of terror is on its way out. It's almost gone. Have faith that Earth is on a clear ascension path. We are moving forward. We are rising up. By the way, have you seen the protests in China? I hope some of you are on some truth Telegram channels. Chinese people are rising up against the CCP. They have had enough. They are done with the CV bullshit restrictions. Yeah, it's about time. If they don't stand up for themselves, I mean, they need to stand up for themselves like we needed to stand up for ourselves. Yes, my angel. Okay, I'm going to say bye. Have a wonderful evening, my friends. I'm going to place the link to Debbie's website, and yeah, feel free to check her out. She's amazing. Blessings, everyone. Much love.